Yo, what's up guys? So a few days ago, I was talking with my MLE teammates, Luke and Deli. We were in Discord just talking and trying to come up with some new ideas for y'all and my channel. And then after some funny moments, that's when we came up with the idea to do a story about being a part of our semi-pro league, Minor League Esports. And so yeah, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Without further ado, sit back, grab your favorite snack, and let's watch this Rocket League documentary about my journey of being a semi-pro. So just like every plat, there comes a time when Rocket League just becomes boring. Now don't get me wrong, I still love Rocket League, both the solo queue teammates that don't rotate back,
I can't believe you've done this.
the casual freestylers that leave early, and the servers just being straight garbage. It tends to drain you just a little bit. So being someone that was so close to hanging up the controller, I was talking with one of my good friends about my struggle, and that's when he told me about this semi-pro league called Minor League Esports. The league sounded amazing. It was a spark or the hope I was looking for to have me love Rocket League again. But it was almost too good to be true. When I looked into it a little bit more, I found out that you have to apply and get interviewed to even be considered to join MLE. At first it didn't bother me that much. Thought to myself, probably only going to be like a couple people getting interviewed, it's probably a small league. That was not the case. Once you apply and wait to get interviewed, you then have to pray to be one of the first 5 to 8 people to join the VC whenever the lead person pings the entire Discord, which is around 100 plus players, and that number keeps on going up every day. So yeah, you have to hope you're fast enough for those surprise interviews, or if you're going towards a scheduled interview, same thing, but everyone knows the time for that one and they're counting the minutes to it. So after many tries, with a little luck, I finally got interviewed, and it was time to start my MLE journey. When I first got into the main Discord, I was lucky enough to join the league right before the offseason, where many teams were getting ready to look at new players, hold tryouts, and get ready for the new season. There's 5 ranks for MLE. You have Foundation League, which is Plat to Diamond 1, Academy, which is Mid Diamond to Champ 1, Champion, which is Champ 2 to GC 1, Masters, which is GC 2 to GC 3, and then Premier League, which is basically High GC 3 and beyond. As you're done getting interviewed for the league, they put you in one of these ranks based on your peak MMR in the last 6 months, and then after that ranking goes by MLE's salary system, where you can rank up or down by how you do in the league scrims or regular season games. But now that you got an idea about the league, let's go to where our story begins, Academy League. For me, I started my MLE journey in ACAD, and that's where our story begins. Being a new player and just hitting Champ 1, I was bringing excitement with me as I went straight into scrims, and I loved every second of it. As days went by, I was meeting new players and was climbing up in salary while making a name for myself. I was trying out for every team that I could, I was making connections, and soon enough, everyone in the league was hearing about me. As weeks went by, we were inching closer and closer to the MLE draft, where many teams were going to draft their top prospects and get ready for the new season. But unfortunately, my time in the academy came as fast as it went. In just 3 weeks, I had over 200 scrim points, and have been the MVP for mostly all of my scrims. And so, just when not only even 2 weeks before the draft, I ranked out of ACAD into the upper ranks, which is Champion League. Alright, so playing against players a rank or even 3 whole ranks above you, it gets kind of overwhelming. Not only that, having to restart my entire ACAD draft process, I had to now try out for franchises champion teams. It looked like the excitement of getting drafted looked as if it was fading away. My first week of Champion League was a disaster. I felt that I didn't belong in that rank, and every scrim, my gameplay just felt too slow and just all around poor. Like it was dog shit. I almost didn't try out for any teams because just not getting into the groove of things like I would like to. But after many scrims later, I finally had the courage to try out for a few teams right before draft day. Because of that, I managed to catch the eye of a couple franchises, and well, here's what happened after.
You to do this one because I'm sure I will screw up this pronunciation. For the 55th pick for the Outlaws, it is...
That is going to be Boxule. So Boxule is a player that I actually tried out back when he was in ACAD. He, of course, has obviously ranked up to Champions League. This is such a solid pick for the Outlaws. Boxule is an extremely dedicated player. His rotations are crisp. His comms are clean. So this is going to be an extremely solid addition for the Outlaws. And, oh, by the way, if I recall, Boxule is a 13, I think. I think you might.
Pretty cool, right? With a surprise, I got drafted in the 2nd round by the MLE Outlaws. I was so excited to get started and get ready for the new season. Week 1 came around, and our first matchup was against the MLE Rhinos, our divisional rivals. I got to play in the 3v3 series, and just like all teams in week 1, it didn't really turn out the way that we wanted. We lost the series 4-1, but for me, there was already a bunch of stuff that I knew I needed to work on, and by our next match, I knew that I would be a better player than before. Week 2 began, and this week we were going against the MLE Pirates, another one of our divisional teams, but this time I played in the 2s matchup. Like I said before, I wanted to be a better player as the weeks went on, and well, this time I was. We ended up beating the Pirates 3-2, and I had the highest rating out of all the players that played that series. 2v2 seemed like my calling, and I was so excited to see I was making improvements. With that win under my belt, I couldn't wait to play more as the season went on and put my team into a great position to make playoffs. But unfortunately, I never got to play another series after that. As weeks in the season went by from week 3 to week 9, I didn't get to play one matchup during that time. Because of that, I started getting into a slump and just didn't have the drive to play Rocket League or improve at all. I knew I was one of the best players on the team, but again, not getting any playing time, I felt that I was dragging my team down, and because of that, I asked to be released. Talking to my GM, we really didn't have a complete understanding with releasing me, but we agreed on holding off for a week or 2 and just seeing what happens. During the hold off, I still wanted to play, but again, not helping my team, I really felt that if I couldn't get released, being traded would be the second step, so I went to my franchise manager. Talking to other teams, I really wanted to start somewhere fresh and become the top player I knew I could be. I also thought that maybe my team could get a player that would better fit a type of role player for them as well, and we can both be confident in the decision that was being made. But talking with my FM, we couldn't do a trade because of cap space, and getting released a week before roster locks, it was really not ideal. So with a new mindset, I talked with my captain and I had a new approach to my situation. We came to the conclusion to stay with the team and show my higher ups that I could be and will be the guy that they can count on to bring their 2s team to the playoffs and go for a championship run. After a Christmas break, we came into week 10 against the MLE Comets in 2s, and again, with your boy having the highest rating, we won the series 3-2 and went on after that against the MLE Bears, winning 4-1 and improving our odds of making playoffs. Now, with only 2 weeks left in the regular season, we had to play the Pirates again and the Rhinos, all of us being very close in leading our division. First up was the Pirates. Reminding you back in week 2, it was a hard-fought win, but could we do it again? Well, giving it our all, getting chased and demoed, trying to fight, we still lost 2-3, and it seems like our playoff run might come to an end. But what about the Rhinos? Well, in this last week, on Sunday, which will be tomorrow, we will be fighting for the last playoff spot against the MLE Rhinos on MLE GG2. So if you want to see how the Cinderella story ends and see, even with our backs against the wall, can we finish strong and come out on top, go watch us live Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern and see if our championship hopes are still alive.